Hello everyone, Mr. Happy here, and in this video we're going to be going over the preliminary patch notes for patch 3.5. Just a heads up, I am live streaming on Twitch, but I have all the bells and whistles turned off and whatnot. Those of you on Twitch, just a reminder, I will be cutting the stream at the end so I can post this to YouTube and get it live as soon as possible. If you're looking for more information or more discussion about the preliminary patch notes, State of the Realm is today, Friday, January 13th. Oh god, it's Friday the 13th. At 4 p.m. PST, we moved it just so we could discuss the preliminary patch notes, and Very Merry will be joining us for said patch note, preliminary patch note discussion. Anyway, I've already looked over these, so there's a lot that we're going to skip. There's things that are going to get missed. Some things you guys are going to be excited about. Like, Happy, no, how did you miss that? It's going to happen. I'm warning you now. And all the spoilers and stuff are all question marked out, so let's get started. So main scenario missions, Tidings from Giribani is the only name that we get. That's the region where Alamigo is from, or where Alamigo is. It's not from there, it is there. And then a bunch of question mark. Only, what is it, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 quests here? Now, based on the interview, I'm assuming that all 5 of these are part 1, and then the names of the part 2 quests we'll get when part 2 comes out. That's probably how they're going to do it. I'd imagine part 2 only has another 4, maybe 5 quests, because they said that the total volume of quests, like the number, was about the same, even though it was split into 2 parts as like a normal patch, but we'll see what actually ends up happening with that one. You have the unlock for Dunskaith, Where Shadows Reign, and a Red Bill Farewell. That sounds like it's pretty much going to be strictly a story-related thing. You have the Warring Triad, The Last Pillar to Fall, Zervan, the Demon. There's another screenshot of him in his second phase coming up a little bit later here. This is for normal mode, Last Pillar to Fall, and a lot of story involved in this one. And a Demonic Duplicate, which is for the extreme mode. We have the Scholasticate, which actually has quite a few quests. Student's Bodies, Revenge, Whipping Boy, Letter from No One, Life and Lies of Father Saturnus. And then for Hildebrand, we have the Proud and Pointy-Eyed. And then one that's friggin' spoiler-proofed. Now I'm really curious why it's spoiler-proofed. We have the new Anima weapon questline, Born Again Anima, Some Assembly Required, and Body and Soul. So both of these require Born Again Anima. So these aren't like, these you can unlock simultaneously. I'm curious as to why this is hidden, unless there's like a secret location that's we're taken to for Body and Soul. But we'll just have to see. Anima weapon quest employ a system which require players to proceed using the same class or job with which they accepted the quest. Good to know, figuring it was light farms, I had that suspicion anyway. And then we have the Allied Beast Tribe quest. You'll need all 3 of the Beast Tribes at Bloodsworn for this one, the Heavensward Beast Tribes. I've been working on that myself, and it doesn't take that long, so I'd recommend getting on that. When good dragons go bad, who was that masked man? Lift me to the moon. Oh, Ethos made these quests. Okay, got it. Eternity, loyalty, and honesty. It's no and. It's just eternity, loyalty, honesty. So those are the new quests. Looking forward to hopefully the dance that we get from that. I'll have to scroll down to get that confirmation. All right. New side story quest, The Fires of Samal. That is to unlock Samal hard mode. And Eggy by any other name. That's to unlock Eggy Glamours, Fiery Wings, Fiery Hearts. This is to unlock the new mount that you get from owning all of the Heavensward mounts. You'll need the Zervan mount before you can do this quest. But, I mean, that's just, some of you have them all except for Zervan because you guys really like burbs. So, you'll have another quest to look forward to. And another mount. You won't even use the Demonic Lantern mount for more than 2 seconds because you're going to go use the new mount. Anyway, moving on. Amount of experience points gained from 15 to 50 Disciple of Hand and Land quest has been increased. It's like they know I really don't want to level my crafters, and they're like, no, here's more EXP. And I'm just like, you might just get me. You might just get me to do it, Square Enix. I need those repairs anyway. Fates have been adjusted. Interesting. Steel, Rain, Behold Now, Behemoth, Long Live the Coral, and Prey Online. These are all the super fates that spawn that usually have some sort of reward you can buy from an NPC using whatever tokens they drop. And apparently they're going to pick one, Happy, appear more often. I mean, that doesn't make me want to do them anymore, but all right, awesome. Time limit for Prey Online's been changed from 15 to 30 minutes. That's reasonable. Location of It's Not Lupus has been adjusted. And Accubans, they're nerfing Lupus? No! That's long since been like the hardest fate in the game. So, I don't know. The location of One Prince has been adjusted. Okay, whatever. Additions and adjustments have been made to the rewards to the Aquapolis. I saw this coming. They're adding items there. Honestly, the new items that can be earned there's probably glamour, but I'd also imagine that they'd take some of the diadem mats and put them there. Maybe I'll have to read the diadem part later. And sorry that I keep doing this. My beard is way too long, and it's bothering me. Anyway, drop rate's been increased for certain rewards. I'd imagine certain things like the wool top or the macrame items like that will probably have their drop rates increased. Also, they added new rewards to some of the other ones, Archeo skin, Wyvern skin, and Dragon skins. We'll see what they actually end up adding. New craftable items, the Paisa house, we've seen that before. They changed the window for Grand Company Exchange. It's been redesigned, so it's a little bit more, well, I guess it's a little bit less top to bottom and a little bit more top left to bottom right. So I'm digging it. I'm liking the way it looks. Some squadron adjustments. Okay, maximum limit up for the value of a squadron at the player's rank. I honestly don't care. Pop-up is now displayed when players hover over their cursor. Attributes, okay, so it lets you know if you're at max attribute or not. It's been made easier to see if your squadron meets strength requirements when selecting squadron missions. Okay, fantastic. There's now ability to turn off squadron status. Time limits for priority missions are now clearly displayed. Default curse, good, because that was actually kind of annoying. Default cursor has been changed from OK to cancel to yes, and yes to no for the following confirmation messages. When you change, you know what? Yeah, okay, whatever. I actually liked that it was okay and yes, because most of the time I made a decision. I was making the decision hastily, but that's just me. So that's fine. If it's safer to say no, because you can always go back and press yes. Following items can be purchased from resident caretakers. Furnishings, Forever Friends furnishings, 1,000 or 12,500 seals. Outdoor furnishings, 2,000 required seals. Housing, delivery moogles are now in the apartment lobbies. You can go to your own apartment from anyone's apartment if you're not in them. Picture frames allow you to hang up paintings. Ooh, this is what my when I did those sightseeing logs way back when, it's because I knew this was coming. Grade 1, so you have small, medium, large picture frames. You have all these different pictures that you can put in the frames, and then to obtain paintings, you actually need to complete either, well, you need to get the achievements out of sight or out of sight, out of mind, which is the original sightseeing log, the 1 to 20 and the 1 to 80, which the 1 to 80 also gives you the Apkalu minion. And then also apparently you can sell them on the market board. So I got some money coming in. Because I know not a lot of people have all 80 of the sightseeing logs done. So I got to educate myself real quick on what I can actually do with that one. Preview paintings, so you can sell them at shops, market boards. Let's see. Paintings can be previewed in the following menu: shops, market boards, items, and inventory. Okay, new furnishings have been added. Those are just some nice little additions. New harvestable crops have been added. New saplings have been added, which you can buy at any of these locations: the apartment, lobby, housing, merchant, goblet, lavender beds, mists. You can get material suppliers, junk mongers, and mender permits. You can get new ones of those, but these are with new appearances. So now they look much fancier than they did before. Let's see. The following NPCs now sell real estate items. So they just added estate, manservant, apartment lobby. Basically all the same locations. All the housing merchants and apartment merchants that they have in the game. You can pretty much sell real estate related items there. Or now they're sold to you. New aquarium fishes have been added if you're down for that. The crystal, and also there's the Crystalscape tank trimmings. They've been added for the tank, and you can buy those at the material suppliers or the housing merchants that they have in the regions. Gold saucer adjustments have been made to triple triad tournaments. Okay, what are they gonna try to do now that are gonna convince me that this is gonna work? Okay, tournaments can now only be held in the battle hall. Reasonable. You cannot play with other players or NPCs outside the battle hall. So I know a lot of people who just would fight the NPCs just to finish the tournament and then get whatever reward, because they couldn't beat the win traders. There was no way. I guess if you're forced to go to the battle hall, maybe that changes. I don't know. Players can now enter tournaments by talking to following NPCs in the battle hall at the card square. Battling other players. Players can take part in tournament matches with the hall assistant NPC. Oh, okay. I see now. So, okay, they're trying to make it so that you're randomized, I guess, you'll be randomly matched with another player. The thing is, that's still manipulatable, and I guarantee you the people who are, like, really into win trading the triple triad tournaments are still, like, gonna, like, just try queuing at the same time or something like that. I don't know. We'll see. If it's random, then there's no guarantee, but there also needs to be enough other people queuing for the tournament to prevent that. So, it's, people will still abuse it. 15 minutes before the end of tournaments, battling NPCs. Players can battle NPCs by talking to them in the battle hall. Okay, that's fine. Number of matches has been lowered. Oh, these are for the different tournaments. So you just play 20 flat matches? Okay, I don't know how that affects the numbers, just because I'm not privy to it. But, oh well. And then here are the different rewards. You get rewards all the way up to 20th place, but 4th to 6th place gets those gold spinner pull cards, gold Rowena Cup, Tournament of Champions, and gold Derai Memorial card. Okay. Anyway, speaking of which, new cards. This one in the top right probably comes from Baelsar's Wall, considering that's a decent callback to one of the to two of the bosses from Final Fantasy VI. So let's see. Random rule will now only be available in two players battle. NPCs that use the random rule will use a different rule. Now you do it. Now you do that. Oh God, going back. You know what? I don't even want to go down that memory lane. Regional rules have been added to Idleshire. Great, it's spreading. The amount of MGP per card hand in though has gone up a lot. 5-star cards are 1500 MGP. A 1-star is 100 MGP. Y'all, I'm gonna trade in all these cards. I don't even need MGP anymore. But whatever. It is what it is. Wondrous Tales. So completing any floor of Palace of the Dead will complete Wondrous Tales objectives. Good. That's all I gotta say. Previous requirements were removed from Frontline, so now it's just you just need to complete any Frontline campaign for Wondrous Tales. That's really good, thank goodness. And the creator's been added. Awesome. I'm totally cool with that. Let's see. New hairstyles, new emotes. We've seen these before. New structures have been added to Idleshire that probably do nothing, but they look really cool at the very least. Players can now change their Eggy's outward appearance. We've already been over this a bunch of times. We've already said there's a quest for it. To ensure execution of actions which require special status effects, the timing with which these status effects are applied or removed has been adjusted. In addition, we made adjustments to previous connectivity issues which resulted in mudras failing to activate. Okay, I'm just going to... You know what? I just read that word for word. You guys can take it as it is. New dungeons, Baelsar's Wall. We have some all hard mode. So it takes item level 230 to enter. Excuse me, items aren't on the list, although if I recall, we were expecting the item level drops here to be 240. Yeah, 240 should be the item level that drops from this, but it's an item level of 230 to enter. And then there's the quest fire system. We went over the quests earlier. New trials, Containment Bay, Z1 Z1 T9. We have Zervan, 235 to enter normal mode. And then you have, now that's cool. So see, now that's, I've been waiting for a screenshot that looks like that. By the way, the cake is in one piece again, I just noticed. So, curious to see the cake. I mean, the cake is back. That's it. The cake is not a lie. 250 or above to enter. That's in line with the other primals with a 15 item level gap. I still, with the difficulty they're taunting for him, I kind of expect a higher item level, but at the same time I really don't. So it's still probably a 265 weapon. We'll see on Monday. A demonic duplicate, that's how you unlock extreme. Access via the raid finder. Dunskaith, access new alliance dungeon has been added. 235 to enter that one. That will probably drop 260 gear for anyone wondering. The role requirements, this is all normal stuff. Now, one thing that's new here, and it's probably just because it's the final raid, players can also earn a separate reward once per week upon completing Dunskaith. This reward can be exchanged with Bertana and Idleshire for items used to enhance equipment purchased with Allegan Tomestones of Lore. So you're not going to need a Maki Penny, a Maki Farthing, and a whatever item, a Dunskaithian Farthing, who knows. You're just going to need the one item that drops from Dunskaith. And on top of that, in case you're wondering, yes, the Maki Matter is still a once-a-week reward, that instead now it will be available via Dunskaith. So it's not from Weeping City anymore. So whatever. Drop rates for the Warring... Oh, wait, I just realized that said from lore, not from scripture. Huh. I wonder if this is a typo. Yeah, good catch. This is either a typo or that's just really weird. This has to be a typo. It should say scripture, because scripture, Allegan Tomestones of Scripture is 260 to 270, and this drops 260. Why would it drop items that do take you from 230 to 2? Yeah, this has got to be a typo. I'm gonna chalk this one up to a typo. Anyway, moving on. Drop rates for the Warring Lantern Whistle, the Dark Lantern Whistle, and the Sophic Lantern Whistle have been increased. That's all of the whistles prior to the Zervan one. However, the Sephiroth and the Nidhogg ones, you can now exchange 99 of the totems in order to get a guaranteed mount. So no more than 99 runs total, because, just 99 kills, whatever, in order to get those two mounts. Players now receive the power of the Echo. Okay, they're just adding Echo to Sophia, nothing there. The limitation on rewards from the creator. So all of the creator drops, except for the gear you get from the once-a-week kill in A12, now have no weekly cap. So you can farm as much 250 gear from there as you want. But you could still only get the Alexandrian gear from A12 once a week. Just hope that that's clear. Strength of the Echo and Midas has been buffed to 20%. Okay, whatever. They're moving the new dungeons into the Expert. Expert only has 2 dungeons. I still hate it. And then the level 60 Roulette has the old Expert dungeons in it. That's stuff we're used to. Z1T9 has been added. Z1T9, the Zervan, has been added to the trial roulette. Following adjustments have been made to the mentor roulette. All the new dungeons and trials have been added there, the non-extreme ones. Extreme has been added to the raid finder, however. And the order in which they were implemented for trials, okay, I kind of thought it was that way, but I hadn't noticed. New Stone Sky Sea trials, Containment Bay Extreme, the new one, Zervan. Following adjustments have been made to Palace of the Dead. Players can now check item help text when appraising a piece of the accursed horde by hovering over the item icon. Okay. The maps for certain passageways connecting to rooms containing the card of return and card passes have been adjusted for visibility. Okay, whatever. I'm going to take a sip of coffee real quick because you can hear me kind of like losing my voice in a sense, so give me one sec. Awesome. All right, due to adjustments to certain content, this patch will be unable to embark. Okay, so Diadem will be unavailable from January 17th until 3.55. So about 5 weeks that this will be unavailable. So they're just letting you know what's going to be different. You won't be able to enter the Diadem. You won't be able to buy Mission Cerulean vouchers or tanks of Mission Cerulean. What's it called? Items that were obtainable in the Diadem are going to be obtainable via Blue Gatherer scripts. One of them is Retribution Staff, by the way, so I'm just saying that's probably going to take, I'd imagine that would take a gill hit, because a lot of people who made money on just Retribution Staff in the Diadem, they made it because not many people wanted to go to the Diadem, and now people are just going to buy it with Blue Gatherer scripts. So you guys can tell me how that'll go, because I don't do any of that. So you guys, that's all on you. Let's see. And also they're just reminding you that you can buy these items with the Grand Company. These are the old 210 relic or anima items. Let's see. Players temporarily be able to obtain achievements from Diadem. Once Diadem Heart has been updated and re-implemented, players will once again be able to obtain these achievements. Please keep in mind the conditions for obtaining said achievements may change. Expected, because the Diadem is changing. Anyway, moving on. You can also no longer chart courses for Diadem Hard. Anyway, players can now register as a freelancer for PvP. We went over this in the other video. To learn, first of all, the fact that you need to if I go to the patch notes, and the patch notes tell me to read something else on how to register as a freelancer, you've already made this far more difficult than it needs to be. Basically, you have to go to your duty finder options and turn on freelancer. It's somewhere in these patch notes. I think if you scroll really far down, it's there. When participating, a star mark will be displayed as the Grand Company you have joined. This also applies to players who are not participating as freelancers. Link Shell Chat, Free Company Chat, and Novice Network can now be used. Thank God. They're increasing the number of wolf marks for all places. Third place is now a good 500, and the roulette is a flat 1,000 wolf marks. That's really good. That is a lot of wolf marks. Following adjustments have been made to the feast and the fold, I guess, for anyone who still does that on occasion. All chat features will be disabled. Yeah. I always forget that they're doing this. Yeah, you can't chat in the feast anymore. So they gave you quick chat features. Hello, good match, thank you, nice job, purify ready, purify not ready, adrenaline rush ready, collecting offensive supplies, collecting adrenaline supplies, attacking tank, attacking healer, attacking melee, attacking range DPS, stopping tank, stopping healer, collecting medals, everyone attack, fall back. You're going to have to communicate with these now. Have fun. Anyway, if for some reason players are unable to join and the minimum party requirement are not met when the duty commences, all members will be automatically removed from the duty. I guess that's to make it so there's no one-sided, like a 3 versus 4 kind of thing. That's kind of fair. It's a little annoying that it happens in the first place, but it's more fair than ever starting a match 3v4 and getting completely stomped and losing rating, which I've had happen before. So bueno. Wolf marks awarded for victory and defeat have also been buffed in the feast for 500 and 250. Not bad. Not bad at all. New items for I-235 PvP. So this is very interesting. They're specifically labeling the Garo gear as a PvP set, which is not accurate, because we've heard them say multiple times that you can obtain the dyeable Garo gear from PvP. It's item level 235, which is interesting. And then non-dyeable Garo gear will be available from MGP. So this might just be introducing the dyeable kind, but they've told us multiple times it's not the only way to obtain them. But all the same, they're presenting it here. Also, the amount of wolf marks needed to trade for PvP gear has been lowered. I'm assuming they don't mean all PvP gear, because they just added the Garo stuff. So I don't know, maybe the Garo stuff won't be as expensive as the PvP gear that came prior. Maybe it's just a flat nerf across the board, which would be good, because it means you can get the pieces and the sets that you want a little bit more readily. And then if you want to PvP more, you still have the mounts to work towards. The following adjustments have been made to the spectator mode for custom matches. Pressing any movement key while using the player camera will immediately switch to the free camera. Understandable. The range of movement for the free camera has been increased. Awesome. When switching to a camera, will automatically focus on the player that is closest to with the selected camera. Cool. These are the dueling changes. You can sync item level or choose not to sync item level now. Recast timer for skills will be automatically reset when a duel commences. Counter for resistance of status afflictions will be reset. I hadn't even considered that. If someone's like stun immune when you start a duel, that's just rude. Once a duel commences, players will be unable to attack striking dummies. Was that a problem? Was that a problem where people like tab targeting the striking dummies just outside of the dueling square? I'm calling it a square, okay? The dueling square. And then they were like, why am I not attacking this person? Why are you tab targeting in PvP on a 1v1? Just click the person. Anyway, all the same. Chocobo companions, you can now use them while queuing up for things. Not only can you use them for queuing up in the duty finder, you can use them for queuing up in the raid finder, deep dungeon, aquapolis, instant quest battles, hall of novice. You never need to desummon your Chocobo. It only took us like 4 years, but we have the technology now. Holy moly. And on top of that, you can even use them with Grand Company leaves, with gathering leaves, I didn't even know that was a problem. Players can now accept, and then you can even use Chocobo port as well to summon. You can now summon their Chocobo companion in a full party, because now it counts as a pet. It doesn't count as a party member. It counts as a pet similar to, you know, like Carbuncle or something. You know, the way we've been saying it should be for, I don't know, 4 years now, or something like that. You know, something like that. The way Chocobo companions are displayed in the party list has been adjusted. It's similar to a pet where only you see your own pet being summoned into the party list. On the PS3 version, only the pet will be displayed on the party list. We won't have that problem in 5 months. So, well, no one will have that problem in 5 months. So, whatever. It doesn't affect most people, so it doesn't really matter anyway. But no longer receive party bonus with a summoned Chocobo. So, just so you know. New items have been added. These are items from Dunskaith. These are items from the new dungeons. View new items, view new recipes. Why do I have a feeling if I click that, it's not going to lead anywhere? Because I'd imagine the bottom of this list does not have any of the items yet. Changing some crafting recipes. Some of the 250 stuff looks like it's getting some slight adjustments. And looks like the ruby and the sapphire is what's changing. It's like the only thing that's changing. They must have been really upset that you needed a sapphire for healing and a ruby for casting to switch it. And apparently did the same here with the boots. Just a mistake, I guess, from before. The company issue engineering manuals. These are used for leveling, and the survival manual. All these are used. These are manuals that are used to give you EXP boosts when leveling crafters and gatherers. It looks like they're not increasing the EXP boost itself, but they're increasing the maximum number of EXP points or experience points that you'll gain before it wears off. So it's, in other words, it's just trying to make Disciple of Hand and Land leveling a lot easier before we get to the expansion. What else do we have here? Commercial survival. Okay. No, all the items that required specialization before. I don't know if this is all of them, but a fair portion of them no longer require specialists. So go crazy, pretty much, including the grade 3 dissolvents. Let's see. Number of sacks of camphor created from a single synthesis has been increased from 1 to 3. Following items from Alexander Savage can now be dyed. All of them. I don't need to go over the individual ones. Alexander Savage gear can now be dyed. Certain items can now be exchanged for crafting materials at the materials supplier at the residential districts. So you can obtain bearskin, or you can, item required is a void rake. Yeah, and then you can trade it for one of those items. Okay, yeah, sure. UI category for following items has been changed from miscellaneous to seasonal miscellaneous. The icons for the old seeds have been changed. Help text for the sharpened animal weapons has been changed. Sections for description of the aquarium specimens has been adjusted. A lot of basic stuff. New tradable items are available from Ardalan in the Foundation. Legendary clan mark log, 500 Centurio seals. You will trade those in order to get Scripture, Elegant Tombstone of Scripture upgrade materials, things that normally only drop in Alexander Savage, similar to the thing we spoke about, the typo earlier. So how many of those cost? Probably 4 to 6 legendary clan mark logs if they're following their old patterns, but we'll just have to see. And sorry for a bit of a clogged throat. I should take another sip of coffee. That's feeling much better. Let me clear my throat real quick. Let me just do that one side. All right, let's continue on. That's what those new tradable items are from Bertana and Idleshire. The difficulty for synthesizing HQ items using quick synthesis has been reduced. Fantastic. Should players consume a food item while already under its effects, the duration will be extended. Holy shit. You can be extended. So I can eat 2 foods at once and then just not need to worry about it for fucking almost an hour and a half? You don't know how excited that makes me. You really don't know how excited that makes me. It's totally not like a super needed thing. But I'm just, dude, it's KFC double down, as my chat is saying. It's KFC double down. The effects may be extended further. Yeah. Holy moly. No, yeah, literally an hour and a half if you have the grade 3 thing. It's just nice for not needing to do it. I wonder if it's like well fed and overstuffed. Now, who knows? Probably not. Anyway, following items can now be sold desynthesized. Ooh, desynthesis, my favorite. And I noticed the Weeping City is on this list, so let's get back in there real quick. Anyway, XP gained from crafting and gathering has been increased from 1 to 55. Okay, just stop halfway between 50 and 60. All right, it's getting even easier to level crafters and gatherers. Let's see. The following gathering items are no longer classified as hidden or rare. Bamboo sticks, waterfowl feathers. We're only like halfway through. Gathering yield bonus at legendary gathering points has been increased for certain items. Following adjustments have been made to fishing. Big fish have been added. Players will now be able to fish the following fishes regardless of prevailing weather conditions. So removing weather conditions. Giant crane fly as bait. The success rate has gone up for those. Following fish using a brooch leap bait have gone up. Amount of time it takes to catch an amber salamander has been adjusted. New items have been added to certain NPC shops. The following adjustments and additions have been made to Rowena's House of Splendors. Additional items will be accepted for Disciples of Land. I'm assuming these are just new items in general. Botanist, Fisher, all the same. Splendors. The following items can be accepted at the Splendor Exchange. Kaplan and Loose Tongue. Barrel Eye. The number of red scripts has been increased when you hand in Barrel Eye. The item Nath Thorax has been changed to Vath Thorax. That makes a lot of sense. New Chocobo Barding. That is the Demon Chocobo Barding. That is the chair from, what's it called? The Great Google Library Hard Mode, the mount. We have a cane minion, and we have the... It's so cute. We have the new puppy minion. New achievements have been added, so that says it all. These new glowy tools they showed us in the trailer are indeed achievement related. So... I know a lot of you are really excited for that. I kind of want to get the mining one. Just the mining one. I'm sorry, Estinian. Why did I say cane? We have a cane minion. Estinian. It's too early in the morning. Hello, Estinian. You're not cane. Let's be honest, you're cane. All right, these are achievement related. Starting from patch 3.5, the following duties must be done with a full party in order to earn certain achievements. Oh, you need a full party. To get certain achievements is either going to be the achievement for beating them or the tank achievements. I'd imagine it's the tank achievement just because that's a lot of stuff that involves 8 people. Party Finder, this is the new Party Finder, the cross-server Party Finder. So this is what's interesting to me. Following features can be used when participating. You can use Party Chat, you can register for the Duty Finder, you can register for the Raid Finder, and you can Ready Check. Following features you cannot use. You cannot use actions. Okay, so sort party list function, that's really weird. I guess once you're inside, why would I not be able to sort the party list? Why is that a thing that you couldn't overcome? And I just want my tanks to be at the bottom because I'm a DPS and I don't have to care as much. Forming alliances cannot be done here, so you cannot do like a cross-server 24-man. You could try to all queue in at the same time. That's the best you're going to get. Registering for custom matches is the weird thing. So registering for a custom match, when I think of a custom match, if you right-click somebody for a custom match, that is a triple triad related thing. However, when I think of registering for a custom match, I notice, I don't know, something about that makes me afraid about the PvP aspect, but I think that's just the triple triad kind of thing, the right-click triple triad thing. So I hope, God, for the love of God, I just want to hold a cross-server PvP tournament, okay? That's all I want to do. Anything that even suggests that's not going to be the case, it makes me nervous. I just want it, please. We all want it. Please, just make it happen. Special icon will be displayed above party members from a different world. Upon the commencement of a duty, the party list will revert to the normal display. All right, well, we've seen that display before. That's nothing new. Players can be recruited from other worlds by doing the following. Recruit players from other worlds by checking recruit members across data center option. This is just so when you're setting up your party finder, you're setting it up for cross world. It's not automatic. You need to click recruit member across data center. Please note that cross-world parties cannot be formed for fates, treasure hunts, the hunt, exploratory missions, deep dungeons, or quest battles. It needs to be duty finder or raid finder, ladies and gentlemen. Players will be also you can set a 4-digit password in case you want to do like a crossover static. Hey guys, the password for this week is 1234, and then everyone joins and you go and you raid because now you can do cool things like that. There you go. Input the password. Private parties will have a locked icon. That's expected. And then also you can choose to just look for people on your world. So you have it set to data center, world, private. You can even sort it based on what's a dungeon, what's a trial, other, guild hest, all these different things. So basically, huge party finder overhaul, and even just for using it on your own world, this is very nice. So I'm excited to see it used in great effect in patch 3.5 and on. You can also apply the filters. Yeah, it's letting you know about the different filters here that I just let you know about. Nothing that I couldn't. Detailed search. You even have a detailed search option and a recruiter name search if you want to look for someone in particular. What else do we have? Names of the players that are recruited cross world will be displayed in blue. All right, so the blue ones. I might be colorblind, but I know that one of those is definitely lighter than the other. Okay, this is the one these four and this one are the one that they're talking about. People making fun of me and stuff. Anyway, those are the people that are cross-world. Players recruiting from other worlds will have an icon next to their name. That little icon right there, I'm assuming. Yeah? Okay. Let's see. An icon will be displayed to indicate you are in the middle of forming a cross-world party. Thank you for letting me know. Players' worlds will be put in the chat. Let you know what server they're from right here in the party chat, which is pretty nice. Search information has been added for cross-world parties, and the following changes have been made to party recruitment subcommands. Okay, invite subcommand and the view party command only subcommand under party finder for players residing on different worlds. Okay, players will now be able to share information with those who have recently partied via the contact list. So basically, it's like recent people you've played with, the last 50 people you have formed a party with via the duty and raid finder, which is actually a pretty nifty feature that I hadn't really considered. If they're on your world, you could it's completely normal. Like, you can treat them just, you send them a friend request, blacklist, invite the link shell, whatever you want to do. But if they're on a different world server, you can only blacklist them. You cannot send them tells. We don't quite have the technology yet to do something like BattleNet, apparently, where you can talk to people cross server at any time. But we're getting there. We can at least not talk to people cross server by adding them to the blacklist. And that's just so you don't end up joining their party finders, most likely. And yeah, it lets you know this right here. The blacklist has been adjusted. You can put players from other worlds on there, and they'll be indicated with a special icon on your blacklist, so you know they're not from your server. Again, going back to the whole bamboo stick waterfowl thing, skipping past that. The time at which pets are temporarily disabled while mounted has been changed. Will not reappear until the player is dismounted. Novice network adjustments. You now have to click the join novice network. You're given a choice. You're not just shoved in there against your will. You're given a choice, and you can decline the invite to do it, and you can even leave the novice network. Also, we have the returning player function. Players who have not played the game in 45 days or more and have at least one class or job at level 50 or above will now receive the returner status. Now, again, you have to opt into it. You can choose not to, as it says, accept the returner's bounty. If you do accept it, you'll gain access to the novice network. You'll have an EXP bonus when playing with a mentor up to level 20, and the returner online status icon, which honestly is a really friggin' cool icon as it is. So it almost makes me wish I was a returner. Sad face. You can also search, player search can now be used to find players who have set their online status to returner. Awesome. Players can now invite qualifying offline friends and free company members to return and play the game during certain campaign periods. To send an invitation, select a player from your friends list or free company member who is offline, select invite friend to return. You can bug people to, hey, you got your one friend who stopped playing like 6 months ago to go play Legion. Hey, I'm going to fucking poke you till you come back. There you go. Provided they meet the requirements for the campaign, they will receive an email. Dude, I have a friend who is going to be getting a lot of emails on my friends list. He's going to wake up one morning, he's going to have like 90 emails. Like, why do so many people want me to play this again? Oh, man. Campaigns that is scheduled to be released on January 17th. Hey, listen. Hey, listen. Oh my god, I'm gonna bug the hell out of him. The status of the duty finder will now appear in the duty list. Oh, oh wow. That's amazing. I didn't even know I wanted that. That is really good. That's a really, really good function right there. I like that. For the PS3 version, it doesn't matter because it won't exist. Anyway, an icon will now appear next to duties you have completed. Checkmark, awesome. Glad we finally got that. Join party in progress is now located under requirements tab as opposed to where it was before. Unique icon has been assigned to each of the setting requirements. Okay, I see. So each of these has an icon now. By the way, frontline freelancer. Remember when I said it was in a really weird place? Yeah, it's in your duty finder settings. You need to turn this on to queue without a grand company restriction. So remember that. And then it also lets you know at the top list, which by the way, now that's where it is. It used to be like down here. Now it's up here. And it also lets you know what things are actually turned on and what languages are selected. That's good. That's actually really useful. Unique icon will be displayed next to average item level. Okay, average item level, 245. And the item level sync requirements for the day. Okay, that's nice new information. Okay, for this one, I tweeted about this before. I swear they were listening to me because I literally just commented on this Monday. A text auto advance function has been added for cutscenes. Pressing the spacebar or triangle on a controller during a cutscene will toggle text auto advance on or off. An icon will be displayed indicating it is on. The text advance speed can be adjusted using the following commands: faster, tab, right directional button; slower, shift tab, left directional button. Thank the Lord. I only had to sit through 6 hours of pressing the friggin' I've done this. I've had to watch cutscenes so many times. This would have been so useful. So useful. Oh, man. Following features have been added to group pose and idling. Oh, there's so many things here. Your online status will be changed to camera mode so people know that you're using it. That's actually pretty useful. Extras tab has been added. Okay, so now you actually have them as options there, which is pretty nice. Camera setting has been redesigned. There's tons of things. Color filters, screen effects, limb darkening, switching, everything. Look at all these. Look, they're going to show us more camera position. Look at that. Look at that. Screen effects have been added. Look, you can look. There's lines. There's blurs. Window frames have been added. I guess Final Fantasy 15 did it first. We'll do it here too. New color filing options. There you go. Following features have been added to the idling camera. Can be used when spectating custom matches in the feast. I like that. Switching has been enabled for the following emotes. All the different dances and poses that you have right here. Camera zoom function has been added to group pose. What else do we got? We got the roll angle setting, so you can like tilt the angle of the camera. Visual effect for certain stats effects can now be applied to players using group poses. So you can see all the fire around them, and then you got the ice effects around them. So it's looking pretty cool. The number of adjustable light sources has been increased from 1 to 3. Lighting settings have been adjusted. You may choose from 1 of 3 brightness settings, as well as adjust the colors of each light source. Look at that. Look at all these colors. Look at all these lights and colors. I'll never understand how any of that works. Anyway, look at that. See, that's a regular screenshot next to 2 tombstones. Here is a much danker version of that screenshot next to 2 tombstones. So that is just as an example of what you are capable of. Following emotes are now function as persistent emotes when using group poses, most gentlemanly in all the ranger poses. Toggling character motions will now stop the visual effects on weapons. NPCs that turn in your direction as you approach will now be affected by the group pose. That's pretty cool. The camera direction will no longer automatically adjust when changing to first person. Okay, I think we're almost done. Fitting room window has been adjusted. Gear slot icons have been added. Okay, that's cool. When previewing multiple pieces of gear, you can remove a single piece of gear from those being previewed. That's nice, so you can, do them one by one, enable, disable them, which is what this little slider is for, I'm assuming. You can now enable die previews. That's a nice little new function. We knew that was coming. Confirmation prompt will be displayed when deleting a saved outfit. So basically, you can play dress up to figure out exactly what it is you want to do. Holding the control key while viewing the map will now prioritize the Aetherat icon over other nearby icons. That's pretty nice. That makes clicking it much easier. Subcommands to improve the ease of organizing gear have been added. Equip previous set, equip following set. Okay, okay, somebody will find a use for it. In the event character data of a player on your friends list link shell cannot be found, the message unable to retrieve will be displayed and placed in name. I feel like it was already that way, but I guess that works. Display item names for glamour and gear and item text has been adjusted so they has the plus sign next to it instead of just the plus sign right there. Okay. That makes a lot of sense. Players can now set this is amazing. Again, another thing I didn't even know I wanted. Basically, you can take a hotbar now, and instead of doing it as just one straight line, you have the options to change them dynamically. 6 by 2, 4 by 3, 3 by 4, 2 by 6, 1 by 12, and of course the basic 12 by 1. If you've used some of the World of Warcraft add-ons that made you able to do this, we've kind of been replicating it in Final Fantasy 14 by using our multiple hotbars. Now you can use a single hotbar and actually set them up like this, so that way you can use less hotbars. You can use them more. You can customize it more, and I think I'm actually going to be somebody who actually uses this because the way I have my hotbar set up, I could definitely benefit from setups like this. So I was curious to see it when they first showed it, and it actually looks like it turned out very, very well. Let's see here. Display pop-up text. Pop-up text size. Ooh, flying text for other players has been categorized as pop-up text, which can be disabled. Oh, good. You can remove flying text from other players finally. I honestly didn't think we were ever going to see that. I'm glad to see we actually did. Search function has been added to the list of completed quests in the journal window. Both quest titles and journal entries can be searched by unchecking the title-only box. Okie dokie. Position of the auto attack icon is now directly at the bottom right of your target bar. That's good to know. Choosing to return to the starting point of an instance in the middle of battle, players must now press and hold the confirm button. That must have, I don't know who's having that problem. I guess new players who have return on their bar were accidentally using return mid-battle? I guess that's the only reason I could think that that's even a change. Help text will now display for all options in the main menu when on gamepad mode. Okay, that's useful for new players especially. Gamepad settings enable window zoom by holding down R3. Group pose idling camera settings switch to idling camera when auto AFK activates. I like that one. I like that one. Switch online status to camera mode while active. Let's see. New options are available in the character configuration interface. Oh yeah, these are all the different hotbars, including the pet hotbar and the way it's organized. I think I honestly, and then whoa, look at this. This is sweet, sweet. Oh, returning in the middle of battle, aka releasing when you die. Oh, see, when I think of returning in battle, I think of the actual return. Yeah, okay. Yeah, that's very useful. That is incredibly useful. Although whenever somebody says, no, I returned by accident, I was like, you just didn't read. Okay, that's different, but still. Yeah, good to have that. UI settings, general help, display help text when using cross type main commands. Okay. HUD layout, display pop-up text size, we saw that earlier. Character information, duty list, registered duties in the timer, display duty registration in the timers, okay. Log window, display world name in the chat log when players on another server. Okay, you can choose to turn that off. That was something they just implemented here. Shortcut tabs, contact list, targeting tab, target own companion. A few text commands, contact list, your beginner channel, slash beginner channel invitation. And then the shortened version, instead of BCI as like the shortened invitation, it's B channel invitation. That's a really long command. And then here you go. Also, beginner channel leave and B channel leave. Eggy Glamours, the slash Eggy Glamour. And then so you'll need to know this because this is how you use Eggy Glamours. You have to use this Eggy Glamour command to effectively use Eggy Glamours at all. So learn that. Returner status off. Moonlift. At this, you are doomed. Spectacles. That's one of the new emotes, by the way. And spectacles. So that's the one where they're adjusting their glasses. Fantastic. Okay. Following expressions have been added to the auto translate dictionary. Returner, Balsar's World, Unscathed. Containment Bay, Emerald, Carbuncle, Topaz. Oh, where the really good auto translates, like trimming the fat or whatever it was. And then let's see, new music has been added. Thank you. Or new orchestrion roles have been added as well. A world on your chosen data center will be selected automatically when creating new characters. Please note that you will be given the option to choose another world before completing character creation. So if you don't choose a server, it'll choose one for you, just so you know. Hairstyles upon initially creating a character, more of them are available. I noticed that some of these, in particular, are of great interest to new players. A message will now be displayed at the character selection screen when a character cannot be displayed due to server congestion. That's nice that they'll actually have a message for us. And a link to the official 14 Instagram account. Oh my god. Really? Because I just need to go... Man, let me head over to the Final Fantasy... Oh man, I gotta log into Final Fantasy 14. Oh shit, Instagram. Boom. Got it. All right. Just it's what? It's there. It's there where they want it. That's fine. That's fine. There's the interesting things happen on Instagram. It's cool. Anyway, that is actually all the patch notes. So the preliminary patch notes don't usually have item level or recipes in them, minus the recipes that they show the changes for. So those will become available on Monday. And we'll probably do another video very briefly talking about the confirmed item levels of most of the gear and any new items that are on the list. But anyway, it's been a hell of a long video, 45 minutes. I don't think you guys expected any less. I'm going to wrap up this video right now. Thank you for watching. Those of you live on Twitch, those of you who are watching over on YouTube. If you're watching on YouTube, you know the deal. Like, favorite, subscribe, and share. Gotta say it every time. On the Twitch side of things, though, I am going to cut the stream, and then I'm going to come back live, and we're going to play some Final Fantasy 14. And, yeah, hopefully we'll have a good stream day. Thank you, everyone, for watching, and I'll get this up on YouTube as soon as possible. I'll see you in about 60 seconds, Twitch, and YouTube, you'll probably get this video in like an hour to an hour and a half. Anyway, see you then. Take care.